How's it going, everybody? Rob here, back with another video. And, well, we are going to play some more of HOMEBODY. Alright. So, let's get in here. Alright, hi Emily. So, Emily, do you want to hear a secret? Sure. Maybe you've noticed that the big pump in the basement always puts out a PSI that's too high. If the big pump drains all the fluid from the main tank in the garage, you need to change how much fluid is in the tank somehow if you want to reach the required PSI. Do you want a bigger hit than that? Yes, please. So you need to set the big pump's output to 62 PSI, right? To get the tank in the garage to the right amount of fluid, you need to activate all the pumps in the house. If you activate the pump in the bathroom first, then the pump in the cellar, you might end up with the right fluid amount. Good luck out there. Okay, so we need to go to the bathroom first. Where is... Okay. Okay. All right, so it's a copy of a book I illustrated. Pumperton Possum knows a lot. This pile of Cliff stuff. What's this doing here? Cliff, I found a copy of Pumperton Possum on top of your stuff. What's that doing here? Oh, it's mine. Whose trash can did you pull that out of? I paid money for it, and I also got one for my mom. She loves it. That's incredibly sweet. I am struggling to integrate it emotionally. While you're working on that, do you think you could sign my copy for me? Yes, of course. Okay. So we asked him about that. Now we gotta go over here. Wait, no, it's over here. Alright, and now head over here. Then switch that. Okay. I guess turning this thing on adds a unit of power to the accumulator. Kind of freaky being here in this mall again. Kind of freaky that this mall exists under this rural house in Pennsylvania. Okay. Alright. Okay, so now we need to return to the attic. Well, that was fast. Okay. It was 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Alright, sounds like opening this machine makes something break downstairs. Alright, so I know what the clue is, so I need to make it say stay, so that combination extends the lightning rod. It looks like this thing is set up to gather power from the lightning, Frankenstein style. Now once the lightning strikes, there will be a unit to power the accumulator. Okay. Okay. Wait, actually, it would have been down here, wouldn't it? What was the code? It's an old-timey clock. Wait, actually, I can bypass this with... Okay, why isn't the... Okay. I think I screwed this up. Yeah, I screwed it up. Oh boy. Okay. Wait, what is this? This is pyramid Francine through. What is it doing here? Is that blood? I hope Francine is okay. Okay. Got turned around. Okay, so... Okay. All right. So I saw that. Come on. There we go. Okay. Emily? Francine? I didn't mean to scare you. Well, what are you doing up here? The lamp in the study broke again, and I knew you were up here. We need to talk before you do something rash. There are other things we can do, other options. I mean, for God's sakes, look at that thing. Do you really think it can solve all of your problems? What other choices do we have? You think you know how to get us out of this? No. I'm telling you, neither of us do. Maybe there is another way out. I think I first locked it when you convinced Cliff to get on your side. I couldn't believe you had managed to get him out of his sulk. And for a moment there, I had a glimmer of hope that this was progress for the both of us, that maybe you would help me figure out how to get us out of here. But nope, you're still you. But I'm begging you, don't let it come to this. Why trust a weird old man and his weird old machine? Listen, I don't want this night to end. I want this to stay ugly because it's something. But we need to get out of here, Francine, one way or another. Okay, just out of curiosity. Okay, so we don't know what it will do. It could ruin everything, as if everything wasn't already ruined enough. This could be the end, Emily. Watch out. Francine, I'm sorry. Okay. Another fine mess you've gotten yourself into. You know, Pete could be pretentious sometimes, but he didn't talk the goddamn Gazo. This made it sound like you're not really you. And you're gonna trust him? You took the time to turn on his machine. Look how much good that did you. Seems like it worked out okay. I'm still here. Barely. Can't keep coming back like this forever. Turning on the accumulator almost bled this place dry. I thought the accumulator created this place. The accumulator couldn't create anything. It's a wooden box attached to one of those static electricity machines from the Science Museum. At least it was. Decades of obsession Ness put into it turned into a ticking time bomb. The raw energy of it almost killed this place. So if this place dies, what happens to us? Do we get set free or what? How do you define free? Don't start with me. Truthfully, I don't know. The strength that's keeping you here is giving out. But so is the strength that's keeping here. When that strength is finally gone, I don't know if you're no longer here or if you go out with the rest of what's here. If that makes sense. It makes about as much sense as any of the rest of the stuff. I don't think I'm going to be able to talk to you again after this. I don't think I'll be able to do anything after this, since there'll be a quiet moment before the thought of the house intrudes again. Do you have anything you'd like to know? Alright, what is the thing that keeps killing us? It's a symptom, a side effect. So are you. Though you have a little more of a sense of self than the homunculus does. Who are you really? For all intents and purposes, I'm Pete. What happens to you now? I don't know. That one's a little beyond me. There's a threshold I'm aware of. I can hear it. I can barely hear anything. I'm really scared. I'm not ready to cross it, but I don't have any choice. Still, it was good while it lasted. It was nice meeting you. Shucks. For real, why are you helping me? Like I said before, why do you think I would want to hurt you? Because you've had me and my friends trapped in this hellish memory with a meat monster that keeps killing us. I didn't create the house. I didn't create you, or memory, or the meat monster. These things just flew through me. I don't want any of this for you. I don't want anything. If you didn't create the killer, who did? I don't know. Entropy? What is up with all these evasive answers? I don't believe Nest was more forthcoming than you. Nest just had a way with words, I guess. Alright. I feel like I'm starting to fade. I don't have the choice not to bring the house back again. The house, all of you. That night, the gravity of it is too great. Greater than me. Why? I don't know. Seems pretty pointless if you ask me. It's been created and destroyed and recreated before, but this time it's taking longer. I don't know how many more times it can happen again. Take care. Hey. Hey. I'm about to head out of town. I didn't want to leave without checking on me. Yeah. Do you want to come in? Alright, how's your head? Oh, it's fine. I didn't even end up spending the night. When I got home, I passed out, like, immediately. But I kept waking up. Something about being told you could die in your sleep really gives you fitful dreams, you know. Anyway, the doctor said I could sleep, so I've been working at it all day. I've got my sleep time tea, should be fine. Alright, she just said to avoid caffeine and, like, strenuous mental activity, I guess. Sure. I just want to say that I'm... Hold on. Are you here to apologize? You feel sorry for what? I don't know. I guess just watching you falling, I couldn't help but think I could have done something about it. About what? A fiberglass hot dog collapsed. I got a concussion. It wasn't the end of the world. I really thought that hot dog could hold our weight. I did too. You could have broken your neck. But I didn't. You came with me to the ER. You were there for like 3 hours. People have aneurysms. Sometimes hours later. People hit their heads going up the stairs and die after a week with no warning. Emily, you seem really worried about hitting your head walking upstairs, so this is not the first time I've heard you talk about this. I remember you having a better handle on this stuff. What's going on? I think I might be experiencing some cognitive decline. What are you talking about? I don't know, I think I'm just in town to see or some stars or whatever. A meteor shower, and I'm stuck in this part of the process where my friends and I are like strangers. The ice never breaks. I can't get through to anyone. It's like all the answers. We're stuck in a time loop, keep living the same night over and over. The same night where everything sucks, even before a mass murderer monster comes and kills us. It's so absurd that I started to think it must not be happening. I assume it just has to end somehow. Yeah, that it was never real in the first place, but no. There's a mass killer and it's some kind of Groundhog Day thing. But then even that isn't true. It's some kind of nasty fake reality we're in. Don't know. And I'm like, is there just something effed up about me? Did I do something to deserve this? Like, I created that thing. Didn't I will it into being? Or is it just in my head? Am I unconscious in a car at the bottom of a ravine? Did I slip in an effing shower or something? Emily, you can't. The worst thing about all this is I don't even know if anything is special about it. Maybe this is just normal delusionment. Alright. We're trapped in a time loop and there's a knife-wielding monster that keeps killing us. I know. It sucks. And it's my fault. Your fault. The alternate reality and murderer? How? I'm obsessed with this. The past, I can't let it go. I mean, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Like, the hot dog thing was stupid. Yes, blindly, outstandingly stupid. But something about this night, when I felt your apartment, whenever the hell this actually happened, I remember the look you were giving me, like future uncertain, anything can happen stuff, and I effed it up. Hermited myself away and didn't talk to you or anyone. I let it all slip. I lost my best friend over nothing. After the night at the hospital, I told myself I wasn't gonna depend on anyone else ever again. I wasn't gonna caretake or be taken care of. I went all in, all on my own. And when I saw you again at Ness's house a year later, I realized it was working, I guess. I wasn't angry, didn't feel passionate about not having heard from you. It was just a matter of fact. And you don't have to apologize. I'm not apologizing. I did what was right for me. I decided I wasn't going to give you, or my dad, or my landlord who needs to come inside my apartment for a half hour to tell me he's raising my rent. I decided I was going to give anything. I wasn't going to give anything more time or thought than I could spare. I did everything I could. I started waking up at 6 a.m. every day, meditating for an hour. I opted my therapy to as many times a week as my insurance would allow. Then, when I lost that insurance, I found free counseling services and did that as much as I could. I put all my energy, everything I had, into the thought of a future where I felt whole. Since you weren't there to carry me, I decided it was time to self-actualize. I made a full-time job of just trying to be happy, and I'm still not. It wasn't enough to maintain. The yearning's still there. There's a sense that whatever used to make life magical is gone. You can't remember what it was, so you invent things. It was a video game you loved, the Halloween bucket from McDonald's. Or maybe it's a plan you make, some future time where you'll feel exactly like you used to. The reality is, things are changing, but nothing is changing faster than you. The days are shorter now, and you're in pain, and there's somebody with a knife coming for you. Don't hit your head on the stairs. I'm so damn sick of living in the past. That sounds pretty healthy. Then why does it hurt so much? Not everything feels good all the time. So, we're not really here, are we? I don't think so. Alright. All the flashbacks we've been having are all part of the illusion too. They've all been just a little off, you know? Right. The abstract landscapes, the pink flesh monsters, and the meat world can't all be memory distortion. Feels good to be able to talk about it. It does. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh, are you okay? It's fine. Get a towel. Oh no. Ow. Yeah. Guess it's kind of pathetic that we weren't able to get any of this go, huh? Yeah. I wonder when this even actually is, the present, I mean. It's sad if this is happening like a year after the trip to Ness house. Way sadder if it's like 5 years later. Or if it's been decades and this is hell. Pretty boring hell. We're gonna die in this place, aren't we? Probably. I mean, permanently? For real this time? Probably. Oh. A bunch of little rectangles labeled with the names of rooms throughout the house. I've definitely seen this before. Okay, so... Okay, so by the looks of it, we need to travel to each room and mess with the lights. So let's see. So attic. Okay. Kitchen. Oh, I forgot the attic. Shit. Scheiße. I forgot the art studio. Which one's the art studio? Nice. Cellar, waiting room. Okay. Okay, so Foyer. Kitchen. Garage. Oh, right. Okay. Okay. All right, we should be almost done. All right, we should be almost done with this. This gotta be it. Oh no. So, we won? Emily? Oh, sorry about the mess. I don't think it's this bad in real life. Where'd the killer go? Has to be looking for us, right? Not anymore. It saw the other door was open and made a break for it. I don't think it liked being here either. Things are going wild up above. You should see. Up above. We can't go back there, up there. You'd rather take your chances out there? Good point. It's not a wild classical haunted house anymore. It's just a house. Just a normal house with a normal attic. Yeah. After you went down the elevator, kind of lived and died a few more times, and geez, really? Yeah. Don't worry about it. But every time I came back, it seems like the house was changing. It was a little smaller, less colorful, a little sadder, more like I actually remember it. Let's take a look around, I guess. Knock yourself out. Alright, after watching the sun set over the lake as I write this, the garden I told you about has finally begun to pay off. The zucchinis are just beginning to flower, the tomato plants are bearing big, misshapen fruit. My basil has come in a bit wimpy this year, but it does just fine with a little capra salad on a night like this. I think back on the dinky little garden I tried so hard to cultivate in your side yard that summer, when everything I planted was choked out by that single rogue watermelon vine, and how we checked on the wayward little watermelon every day. Joked about the seed spitting contest we'd have when it was grown, and of course those rat bastard squirrels beat us to the punch. When we found that hollowed out rind, you were crying, laughing, and I was just plain crying. Such a silly thing. Speaking of silly things, have you heard of anything of the old gang lately? You'll never believe it, but I found myself getting lonesome out here in the middle of nowhere. I'm pretty sure you understand the feeling. It is a joy to live alone, yes, but I find myself missing the sounds of poorly picked guitars in the early morning, the inexplicable clunks of bowels of the house, the smell of a damp cellar mixed with clove cigarettes, the art projects, the experiments, oh, the conversations we all had just sitting on the steps outside, arguing about nothing. Kids sometimes come down to the shore off my property and smoke grass. The smell drifts up here. It drives me crazy with nostalgia. They believe they're being sly, and I'm happy to let them think so, just so I can enjoy their distant laughter and fun. It makes me miss you and that house and those people very much. I wonder if we could corral all the old folks back together for some sort of reunion. An exchange of ideas, as we would call it. It would be lovely to see some familiar faces and do, well, whatever it is we aging punks do with ourselves now that we're no longer cool or relevant. Not that we even really were anyway. So, enough of my navel gazing. Are you well? What are you working on? Tinkering with? Is that cat still hanging around your back door? Do you have any books to recommend? Please drop me a line whenever you find a chance. I do so love to pick that strange brain of yours. Warmly, C. Wait, was there a fourth one? Okay. Guess this is an old Grugsoft game. Looks scary. So I guess when we're ready, we just flip the switch on the accumulator. Wait, the accumulator? That box over there? Yep. Here. It's just totally normal, creepy old pseudoscience box. Wow. Might as well give it a try. What happened to the others after I left? The other kids? They all disappeared. Not long after you went into the elevator, they were just gone. And then the elevator came back up, and the killer got in and went after you. That's when the house started to change. What happened to this place? I have no idea. I mean, I guess I have some idea. You saw it. It was falling apart. Feels like it shed the layers we had put on it. Like it turned back into Nest's house as it actually was, without all the emotional burden we had put on it. Exactly, I guess. By the way, what was the deal with those fleshy little creatures? The little jingly things in Nest's house. I wish I knew. They sort of remind me of the killer. Bipedal flesh lumps, kinda going through the motions of human behavior, but like a baby. Almost like the killer had more reference material to pull from. There was this time where one had gotten injured and was dragging itself towards me. Whimpering and stuff, it started nuzzling against my leg, like it wanted me to pet it. So I did, until it died. I think that might have messed me up more than some of the times I've watched you guys die. What did its skin feel like? Like wet velvet? Who would have guessed this whole place was made out of meat? Definitely not me. Do you think this place has been making us out of the same stuff? Don't. No. I refuse to entertain this possibility. What do you think happened to Nest? My heart of hearts, I think I'm kind of charmed by him in spite of everything. I want to hope he got older and wiser somehow. There's a letter over there from Clara. The tone is like she's a little older and wiser herself. Sounds like Nest got back in touch with her at some point. She's not replying like he's a preening, obnoxious jerk, so I guess he did something right. That's pretty heartening. Clara seems genuinely interested and sweet. I feel weirdly attached to this idea of her, which might just be Ness's idea of her. Speaking of Ness's idea, did you read his doofy sci-fi? Oh yeah, very bad. I can see the pamphlet now. Are you at risk of becoming a baby man? See anything interesting in the sky? No, you don't. Go inside. The drawing on it is of, like, an old cigarette ad looking guy with lightning shooting out of his eyes. Like it's old prog rock album cover. And the drawing is bad. The drawing is really bad. I miss you. Miss you too, dummy. Even if he really had a little time left, I hope that after all this, he figured out how to stop being a shut-in. I hope that after all this, I figured out how to stop being a shut-in. You're never too old to have not figured any effing thing out, I guess. I always thought I had it, or you had it more figured out than me. Well, I'm glad the elaborate ruse of my entire personality worked. What do you think happened to the other kids that disappeared? I guess the same thing that's gonna happen to us. Yikes. Did we ever work out our stuff out? I don't know. Maybe. I like the thought of it. Me too. Did you ever hash things out with Laura? I don't remember. I hope she found a better roommate at least. Do you remember anything that happened after this? I don't know. I don't even know what year it is. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to. Please, let's get together soon, okay? It was good seeing you. No, it wasn't. And that was HOMEBODY. I gotta say, it was actually really good. Really, really good. And this was one of Game Grumps' games, and I gotta say, that was really interesting. Really, I guess the whole theme was anxiety, which, with the time frame as well as the shortening time frame throughout the game, yeah, you are going to get anxious. But overall, the way it's set up and established was really well done. So, to those that created the game, as well as the Game Grumps, thank you guys for the enjoyable experience. This was a lot of fun. And to everybody who's watched my videos, thank you so much. I'm going to mute myself, let the credits roll. If you guys can, please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. If you guys want to follow us on social media, links are in the description down below. As well as check out our daily content and the weekly podcast. With that being said, This is Rob Novakast signing off. Have a good one. Take care. And I'll see you guys next video.